dear students, welcome to our channel Deeksha Karnataka. So your chemistry midterm exam is over for some of you, right? Most of the students would have already written the exam, and I want to tell you that I have seen the question paper yesterday. We have done a paper discussion also, and 80% questions were asked from the 3 revision videos that we prepared for your midterm revision. Okay, so I'll tell you, there was no plan. We didn't have any plan for making any videos regarding midterm, but by seeing your comments, repeated comments were there regarding midterm revision videos, and we at the last moment by collecting, like putting all our efforts at the last moment, and tried to provide you all the 3 videos like physical, inorganic and organic chemistry revision videos by before your exam. We completed well in advance so that you can revise them. And after seeing the paper, I was so happy that so many questions were asked from the chapters, from the questions, from the topics that we have discussed. Even some of the numericals were direct questions were asked from our revision videos. Okay, so the point here is, it is not always like you have to study at the last moment also if you are there, but if you study strategically, if you follow correct resources, then obviously you can get very good marks. Okay, so it is all about working smart and getting good marks. Okay, so now I have made a detailed analysis today. Okay, in this video I'll be telling you which question where in which video I taught you. So after seeing that, I realized almost leaving the MCQs and fill in the blanks questions, like out of 46 questions total, there were 20 questions for this fill in the blanks and all, and leaving that we have the rest 26 questions. So almost 20 to 22 questions you can expect from these videos that we have done in the revision classes. Okay, so I'll be showing you everything, which questions where we discussed, and those whose exams have not yet been done and is still you have the chemistry exam, then please focus on these videos, watch them, do practice questions from them, then definitely you will be able to score almost 70 to 80% marks you can easily score. Okay, so now let us analyze this. So these were the videos that I made so that you can realize, you can check. We had the first video on solutions, so it was only 1 hour video. Okay, so next if you see again inorganic, again 1 hour something. Yeah, organic was almost 2 hours you can say. So by just spending 3 to 4 hours in your study hour, you could have easily got 70 to 80% marks. Okay, 80% questions you can easily solve by watching, just spending 3 to 4 hours, and that is not a big deal. You need to spend at least this much time for getting good marks in your exams, right? So now if you see, we have a most even after that I got comments regarding most expected numericals you want. So we have done a numerical video that is also 1 hour video, and we saw almost 2 to all the 6 numericals pattern questions we have discussed. Okay, next coming to here, I have given you all the passing package, that is the last moment revision topics, the definitions and all that I told you that were also asked here. And lastly, many students said that they have also aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid in their exam, and at the very last moment I prepared this PPT and just presented this video, made all possible questions, and from here also 2 to 3 questions, HVZ reaction, HCN mechanism were asked in the exam, right? So this is also almost about 1 hour video, right? So now if you see, by watching these 3 main videos, okay, these 3 main videos, that is 3 to 4 hours of revision, if you would have done with me, then today you would have easily got out of I can say 50 marks, leaving the 20 marks of MCQ and fill in the blanks. Out of 50 marks, 45 plus is very easy to score. I'll show you now with proof where I taught, which video, which question number was asked. I'll show you, then you can believe it. Okay, so now coming to these were the parts I will discuss. See, part B. Part B is your 2 marker questions, right? 2 marker questions, and you used to have 5 questions and you need to attempt any 3. So in that part 5 questions, question number 21, 22 and 23, we have direct same question we have discussed. So now if you attempt this, you have seen that video and you have attempted this question, then automatically you would have got total mark in this. You have got out in this particular section 6 out of 6. Now coming to part C, this is your 3 marker question, right, which is of inorganic chemistry. In this part also there were 5 questions, and all the 5 questions we had discussed: 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All the 5 questions we have discussed. Any 3 you would have written, then you would have got 9 out of 9. Okay. Next, in part C, this was your physical chemistry 3 marker question. Again, this was physical chemistry question. You need to attempt 2 out of 4 questions. So yes, here I can say the questions that were asked were little unexpected, and we did not discuss those questions. So but question number 31 part 1 and part 3, and question number 32 part 2 we would have discussed. So you could have got like 3 out of 6 by watching this particular video. Okay. Next, coming to part 4, that is part D, that is your 5 marker question. So there were total 6 questions asked here, and we have discussed in our video question number 35, 36, 37, 38, all the 4 questions, and question number 40 part 1 we discussed. Okay. Question number 39 was not there from our video, I can accept that. So even so, you need to attempt only 4, so you would have watched, you could have easily got 20 out of 20 in this section also. Next, coming to part E, that is your numericals 3 markers. Okay, here we have like there were 6 questions, and you need to attempt any 3, right? So all the 6 questions we have discussed were of the pattern were asked, and we have already discussed those pattern questions, and 2 numericals were direct questions that we have discussed. So I can say like you would have easily got 9 out of 9. Now if I add this, you will get 6 plus 3, 9 plus 9, 18. Then you have 18 plus 9 here, and then 20. If you get, you would have easily got 47 out of 50. This 50 is what? The excluding the first 20 questions, like that is your MCQ and fill in the blanks. Excluding that, the rest part is 50 marks. Out of that 50 marks, you would have easily scored 47. Now see, 47 you got here by just watching 3 to 4 hours of revision video. Fill in the blanks by just using common sense. Most of the students do it correctly. There will be very rare students who do fill in the blanks wrong, right? So 47 then plus 5 in the fill in the blanks. So that will give you around 52. Right, and now MCQs, some questions will be there here and there. If you would have done it correctly, you would have got it very easily, right? So you would have easily scored like 50 plus marks out of 70, 52, 53 plus marks out of 70 by just revising for 3 to 4 hours. Okay, by just revising for 3 to 4 hours. You have not studied for the whole hour, whole span time, you haven't done that. You have just revised for 3 to 4 hours. With that, you would have got this. Now think, if you study dedicatedly, then how much you can get. Okay, so that is what this video is all about. So we'll see now question by question where I discuss which question. Okay, so this is just to tell you why I'm making this video, is just to tell you that the sources, the content that we are providing is very much aligned with our exam questions, and we are very soon starting the PU series. Okay, that is this announcement in this video. So I thought like we should also start a dedicated PU series, so that in all the subjects. So we'll be starting a dedicated PU series from November 15 onwards. I'll be telling you the detail also at the end. So that is what I'm saying you, that our content is very much relevant to the exam. So please, you can follow this. This will be the ultimate source where we'll be doing everything, we'll be covering everything, and you can easily score 70 out of 70 in chemistry, like your BUC board examination. Okay, so now if I see, the first question was your 2 marker part B, Faraday's law. Okay, so if you see Faraday's law of electrolysis, you can see this question in this physical chemistry video, the first video that I made in revision. Once again, yeah, in the physical chemistry video, question number 3 marker questions, question number 10 we discussed, right? State Faraday's first law and second law. I have given you the answer also, given you the how to present the answer also, I told you. So this was discussed here. Next, what are homoleptic complexes? See, this question I did not discuss, but when I told you what are the important topics that you need to study from the chapter coordination compounds, there I have mentioned under definitions homoleptic and heteroleptic complex, ambidentate ligands and chelating ligands. Okay, so if you have listened this video, if you have done according to my instructions, then definitely you would have solved this question. Next, coming to the name reaction. So here in the organic chemistry video, okay, the last video, first I did physical chemistry, then we did inorganic, and then organic, right? So in organic chemistry video, we have done this question also, Finkelstein reaction with examples. Okay, done. So now coming to question number 24 and 25, I'll tell you, because we thought that aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid is not there in the syllabus, so I didn't make any video on that at that point of time, later I made. So these questions were not there directly from my lectures. Okay, so but you could have got 6 out of 6 if you have watched this first 3 questions, right? Okay, now coming to part C. Okay, so in part C there were like this first paragraph or the first section, part C, question number 4 had your inorganic chemistry questions, right? And here there were 5 questions and you need to attempt any 3. So calculate the magnetic moment of Sc3 plus. So this question, similar question, sorry, you can see similar questions we have discussed. Okay, Sc3 plus, how to calculate the magnetic moment, I told you the formula. See, exact copy of questions may not be there, but yes, the question pattern which what we discussed was there, right? So we can see here this question was in your inorganic chemistry video, that is the second video, revision video. Under essay 3, question number 12, you can check that we have done these 2 similar questions. One more question also I did on practicing magnetic moment calculation. Next, if you see, this is the preparation of MnO4, and next is about lanthanide contraction. So you can see we have discussed this reaction here, MnO2 preparation, again the inorganic chemistry video. One second. Yeah, again in the inorganic chemistry video, question number 11, I have discussed this part, right? In this we have discussed this part, the preparation of MnO2. Okay, next coming to your lanthanide contraction, so that I discussed in 2 sections. What is lanthanide contraction? That was again essay 3, same inorganic chemistry video, question number 5 and question number 9, 3 consequences of lanthanide contraction and what is lanthanide contraction, right? That is the question which is asked here. What is lanthanide contraction? Give 2 consequences, right? So you can see from part C, you need to attempt any 3. Right, already the first 3 questions we have discussed in the inorganic chemistry video. Now if you see part 4, what are optical isomers? So this also next one is your one second, optical isomers and using VVT. Okay, so VVT also we discussed for this one, CONH3 whole 6 2 minus, and for optical isomers also we have discussed this question. Okay, now if you see, coming to next one, that is your physical chemistry. Here you were having 4 questions and you need to attempt 2 questions, right? So here I'll be telling, like, questions were quite unexpected, like this type of questions were never asked before in the exam, but still we were able, in our video we have discussed this video, that like it's not directly, I'll say directly we have discussed this particular question, but we have discussed what is colligative properties. So if you can little bit interlink, like what is the colligative property and how is it related, so on that basis I can say this question also we have discussed up to some extent. And positive deviation and negative deviation, I told you the difference between positive and negative deviation, and there I have discussed this particular example of phenol and aniline. So I'll be showing you that now. Next we have isotonic solutions. This term I haven't used it, I did not discuss this one, but yeah, Van 't Hoff factor we discussed, very many examples of Van 't Hoff factor we have discussed, not exactly the BaCl2 but similar questions we have done. So you can see we have discussed positive and negative deviation. So this question, where did I discuss? This was in the physical chemistry first video that I made about revision of midterm. There under 3 marker question we have discussed this difference between, and you can see phenol and alanine in the negative deviation. Next question was what? Next question was to calculate the Van 't Hoff factor. So we have done an MCQ, and this was also in your physical chemistry VSA 1 marker question number 15, and this one essay 3 marker question number 9. Okay, so now if you see, I have given you so many examples and explained you how to calculate the Van 't Hoff factor. If you have done this example, then definitely you could have calculated the Van 't Hoff factor for BaCl2 also. And the first question, that was the colligative property, the osmotic pressure is almost same. So here I have discussed an MCQ that colligative property depends on what? So you can easily see, because depends on the number of solute particles, and because in the question the number of solute particles will be same, so colligative property will be same, and because osmotic pressure is a colligative property, osmotic pressure will also be same. So if you could have relate this one, but it is not very direct, but yeah, these questions are very direct questions. Now we'll see, from electrochemistry, this question we did not discuss, metallic and electrolytic conductance we did not discuss, and these reactions also we did not discuss. Okay, now coming to part D, that is your what I say, 5 marker questions here. So every question was asked, or most of the questions were from the lecture videos. So first is write down the 3 difference between SN1 and SN2. So if you see, we have discussed this question in organic chemistry video, long answer 5 markers, question number 2. You can see write any 3 differences between SN1 and SN2 mechanism. The exact question was given here, right? Next, what is racemic mixture, given example. So that question also I have discussed. See question number, same video, organic chemistry video, question number 4, LA 5 marker, question number 4, what is racemic mixture, okay? With example I have discussed. Next, if you see, we have write the chemical reactions for the following conversions: chlorobenzene to ethyl benzene, ethanol to chloroethane, right? So these 2 questions were not direct, but this one, the chlorobenzene to ethyl benzene, that example we have discussed, that is nothing but Woods reaction, Wood-Fittig reaction we have discussed, and this example was there with you, right? If you would have practiced this example, then definitely this question could have been solved. Next, next was from any haloalkane to alcohol. So we have practiced one similar question, 2-bromomethyl propane to 2-methyl propanol, means where the halogen group is getting converted to alcohol group, right? That we have already discussed. So this question was also a thing that we have discussed. So you can see here now, if you have learned that organic chemistry 2 hour video, then 5 plus 5, 10 marks, sorry 5 plus, you can say, yeah, here 5 marks, and here you would have got 3 marks, right? So 4 marks. So 5 plus 4, 9 you would have got. Freon, we did not discuss about freon things, we did not discuss here. Next, coming to this one, this question number 34, 35, this is, one second, 35, 36, yeah, 37 now. Here, my mechanism of hydration of alkenes to alcohols. This question also I have given you directly. We have discussed in the same organic chemistry video, long answer, question number 3. If you see, mechanism involved in the acid catalyzed hydration of alkene to alcohol, okay, same question was there. Next, preparation of picric acid, how phenol reacts with concentrated HNO3, write the equation. That is the same thing, question is reframed, but the answer is exactly the same one. So we have discussed this question, so you would have easily got 5 markers here. Now Riemann-Tiemann reaction and this part, so that also I discussed. Riemann-Tiemann, in the when I made a video to tell you what are the important things that you must revise, so there I have mentioned you must revise Riemann-Tiemann reaction, right? So if you would have watched this must do revision topics and revise this Riemann-Tiemann, then definitely you would have corrected that one, correctly you would have attempted. Next, that Williamson ether synthesis question also we have solved for the second part, right? This question was there again in the organic chemistry video, question number 2, short answer 2 marker questions, okay, fine. Now coming to question number 39, this was this question was from your aldehydes and ketones, and we made it in the last video, but yes, we had done this question also, right? We have exactly discussed this particular question, addition of HCN to aldehydes or ketones. Then you can see that I have discussed mechanism for addition of HCN to carbonyl compounds in the presence of base, right? This we have done. Next, decarboxylation we haven't discussed, okay, decarboxylation we did not discuss. IUPAC name, while explaining the concepts we would have done. HVZ reaction, explain HVZ reaction also we have revised. You can see here, if this question was there in the aldehyde ketones chapter video, okay, aldehydes ketones chapters, question like that LA, a long answer section, question number 3A, okay. And if you see HVZ reaction also we discussed in question number 2, same video, question number 2 of second part, explain HVZ reaction with an example, okay. Next, this part we did not discuss, okay, this was not there. Now coming to numericals part, exactly similar questions we have done the first question. So I have made a detailed video on most expected numericals, okay. From that, if you see, question number 12 was to calculate the molality, right? And here also you need to calculate the molality. So formula based, same formula based questions you will get. Next it was water from the elevation in boiling point, right? So here also this question is about elevation in boiling point, but here molar mass I have told you, but yes, I taught you that formula, right, how to use that formula. Next question, if you see solution containing here molecular mass in the again freezing point. So here you can see we have done questions, similar questions to calculate the molar mass. Question number 4 in the most expected numerical questions video. Next, if you see, we have this question I was telling you direct. We have taken the same question we have discussed, exact question we have discussed, that is question number 44, and in our video of most expected numericals, question number 9. Okay, so the same question was asked in the exam. Okay, so now coming to question number 45 is also exactly the same question. You can see we have discussed this question, and this was there in question number 1 of our most expected numericals. In essay 3 markers, you can see the same question was asked here, 45. Okay, next you can see question number 46. This was to calculated EMF. We did not do this particular example, but we have solved a similar question with magnesium and silver. This is with nickel and silver, but yes, the similar question where concentrations will be given, even the power should be same. We have used the same concept and discussed this question as well. Okay, so now if you see these two questions that directly came, right, so easily you could have got like here 9 out of 9 if you have seen this revision videos of numericals. Okay, so now with this, okay, now coming to MCQs. Okay, so I'll tell you MCQs, it is very difficult to get all the MCQs, and we prepared this content at the very last moment. So because I had no clue that my students will need revision for midterm, but suddenly when the comments came, I realized, okay, the students are also, because we were making the KSET preparation, right? So by taking time from this and understanding that midterm revision will be there and students want that from us, so realizing that we have made it in the last time, so it was not possible to cover so many MCQs, and MCQs are like very unpredictable, but still some of the questions were there which were asked from our videos. Like you can see the question, this one, osmotic pressure. So this question was your relative lowering of vapor pressure, right? And relative lowering of vapor pressure formula I have taught you in some numericals. I have done this numericals and I have taught you, right? Now if you see fuel cell, we have discussed fuel cell theory in our question. So if you have done that question, then this would have been easily done by you. Now colorless, so I told you how to find out colorless salts. What is the what's the formula, what is the idea about like how to approach this type of question in the long answer questions. So if you have done that, these 3 questions could easily be done by my lectures. You would have seen this is your relative lowering of vapor pressure, and this is the fuel cell, the thing that we have studied. Next coming to, yeah, this question I can say it is a direct question from my lecture, where I have told you like why study of actinoids are very difficult. I discussed that question. Okay, study of actinoids is very difficult. Where did I discuss this question? In inorganic chemistry video, essay 3 markers, question number 1. Okay, so actinoids are radioactive in nature. They are present in nanograms. Okay, so you can see both the statements are there. So you could have easily, if you had attempted this lecture or this question, then easily you would have done this question as well. Next coming to, yeah, these questions we did not discuss, but yeah, we have done this boiling point questions but with different examples. Okay, next coming to this one, ketones are less reactive than aldehydes due to. So this we have done a 3 marker question here, 5 marker question in my organic chemistry video. Okay, sorry, not organic chemistry. At the end I made this, I told you, right, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. In that particular video, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. In this particular video, I have discussed this question, why aldehydes are less reactive than ketones, and I have given you 2 factors and both the options are there. So if you would have done this particular question, then definitely you would have able to answer this particular reaction. Then acidic value also I gave you certain practice questions how to predict the pKa value. If you would have done that, then this option or this question was also a easy question. Okay, next fill in the blanks. So everyone, most of you generally do it correctly. Okay, so with this, by seeing this much response and by seeing that the comments that you have made in your midterm examination videos, and I saw some students replying like this, those videos were really helpful for your exam, and you were able to attempt the questions. So this really motivated us, and we have decided to come up with a Deeksha Karnataka PU series, and this series is going to start very soon from 15th of November. Okay, so 15th of November will be the date when we'll be starting the PU series. So what exactly we are going to do in this series, I'll tell you in brief. So we will have entire syllabus coverage by questions. See, you have already studied the lessons. Now there will be not requirement of making you understanding of concepts, rather we will focus on solving more and more questions. Okay, so we'll be giving, like suppose a particular chapter is having only 5-marker questions, we will practice 20-30 5-marker questions from that particular chapter. So exactly from that particular chapter, what type of questions can be asked, we will be solving all possible questions from that particular chapter. Okay, next, so there will be no teaching here, but only question practice, only question practice, only question practice. I'll be telling you all possible questions, and I'll be giving you the correct answer. You need to learn that answer, you need to revise that answer, you need to write and practice that answer. Okay, second, solving PYQ. So PU board, we have seen there is a repetitive questions. Some questions are very predictable from some chapters. So we will be doing around, like you can say, 10 to 15 years of previous year questions. Okay, 10 to 15 years previous year questions we will be solving. Next, solving model test papers by the PU board. So you have seen now 3 model test papers have been given by the PUC. I'll be solving, and all the subjects will be there. PCMB will be doing. We will be solving each and every model test paper with full explanation and the exact way how you need to write it in the exam. See, learning is different thing, knowing the answer is different thing, and to present the answer correctly in the exam is a different thing, right? So I'll be also making I'll be also telling you how exactly you need to write the answer. Okay, next we'll be solving sample papers. So around here also we'll be solving 10 to 15 sample papers we'll be solving, and this all thing we'll be trying to do it before like February. Okay, so that the whole February month you can revise. Okay, so November 15 to December 15 to January 15, Jan 15, by that we'll be able to finish all this. We'll try our best. Okay, but now we have started, the starting date is done, and we'll be trying to finish it within 2 months. Okay, next, last and very important, all possible MCQs from NCERT. So this I am telling from my particular subject, chemistry. Today, like after seeing yesterday's exam, what I felt is not even a single line in NCERT can be neglected. Okay, each and every line we need to study very carefully, like because you can see questions were asked from the uses of carboxylic acid, and generally with these uses and all we skip in the NCERT book, right? But this question can be framed. Question was asked from the dry cell potential volt. We just, in the dry cell, what do you study? We just study the diagram and the reactions and we leave it. We do not go for reading its cell potential, right? Generally, I am telling. So now I have understood, like by seeing the paper, this year paper will be like nothing will be out of the book, but it can be from anywhere in the book. Okay, that is what we have concluded, we have understood, we have learned from yesterday's exam. Okay, so I will be reading, like I'll be reading each and every line of NCERT, and wherever a question formation is possible, I will add that to the MCQs. Okay, and that will be done by all the teachers also. So yes, we'll be practicing around like 50 to 100 MCQs every chapter, so that you can definitely, like I can say about my subject in like specialty, I'll be giving you all NCERT line by line questions which are possible. Okay, so here's a request now that if our content, this is to make you the first part of the video was to make you believe that our content is very relevant for your board examination. So now if you want to score very good in your board exams, okay, this is the ultimate source. Here you will get everything, you do not have to go any other place. Here I and all other subject teachers will be giving you everything, starting from question practice, PYQs, model test papers, then blueprint papers, sample papers, NCRT MCQs, everything will be solved here. So if you are really interested to get very good marks in your board examination, please follow the channel, subscribe the channel, like the videos, then definitely you will be getting very good marks. Okay, so that's all in this video, students. So this was a small announcement, and to make you believe that we are really working hard for you people, and it is now all about how you work, how you support us. So if you people support, then definitely we will be more motivated. So because this is all for you people, so please, you can subscribe the channel if you find this video useful, and like, and let us see in the very soon in the PU series. And because do not forget that PU boards are also very important. We need 50% weightage in the KSET rank, right? So it is very important to perform very good in the PU board. Okay, so yes, that's all in this video, and see you soon in the next class.